Hi, this is Toby, and today I'll be showing you how to train your Adenium obesums to get a desirable shape or size Caudex. And obviously we can't start Caudex training now with these because look how deflated they are. This is nearly towards spring. This should be, today is the 15th of August, I'm pretty sure. And look at these guys, no word, look how thin they are, especially that one, look at that. So all we need to do now, they've had a good winter's rest. I'll give them a good water. And here we go. So we're just gonna give everything a good water. Wait for them to plump up before we start anything. So yep, a lot of water, and they will plump up. If you guys can see, literally after a day, the soil's so wet, okay, from yesterday's watering, and they've already fattened up. Especially the one in the middle, you can see how big that is and how firm that is. I think this one died. I'm not sure what happened to the top. It died. There was no bud for some reason, but the bottom is still alive, so I'm not sure if that's gonna survive, and that's probably not gonna be used for Caudex training. But I know for a fact with these are alive. You can see they fatten up, and soon when spring comes, the buds will come back. So when that buds start to swell, that's when I'll be pulling them out and doing Caudex training. So we're about to begin Caudex training, and it's around 20th of September today. And here are little Adeniums. So first of all, I'm gonna pull these apart and just separate each one of them out, and I'll see which ones I'm gonna train or not. So I've cleared the area now. I'm gonna start cutting. So I'm gonna wipe the area first a bit with isopropyl alcohol. And what we're gonna do now is, so we're gonna start with the black fire, and he's gonna plant straight away. So first we're gonna get the soil ready. What I'm gonna do is fill the pot almost to the top. And I'm really hoping I have enough soil mix to do this. The rock goes on there, so the plant grows around it, and the roots go around, so it's radial and it's flat. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna wash my hands again, just to make sure everything is sterile and that we don't accidentally infect one of our plants. So we're gonna start with the black fire, which is this. So what we're gonna do is, with our knife, we are literally going to cut this off like that. Now you might be wondering, your plant is dead. No, it's not. I know the root system's gone, and we're not done yet. And what we're gonna do is, with our knife, mark a little spot around so the roots can come out like that. Just a little ring around the plant, and that has to be done very carefully. You see there's a lot of water coming out. It's like peeling an apple, but not really. Think of it like that. I'm pretty sure the liquid inside is toxic, and you might be like, oh, we have an Adenium with no roots. Now don't be scared. I heard that you guys can even grow these from cuttings, so not to be scared. All of that water is going to be used, and usually use a fungicide. Again, I like cinnamon because it works, and I've had experience with it. So what I'm going to do is get this, dip it like that, blow the excess cinnamon off. So what we have is the cut sealed, and now with our rock, we place our plant on the rock like that, and we fill it with soil. So once the plant does grow roots, it will grow radially. But this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it, but let it dry so that it calluses over. If you guys can see, you see this water coming out already. So it's been a day, and I'm gonna put this in now. So again, with a little pebble, put the plant on there so when the roots grow, it grows properly. We're gonna fill it up. Not a lot of soil left, but I think that would just be enough. Obviously it's not gonna balance, we're not gonna water it, and we're gonna put some pebbles on it, and I'll show you what that looks like. So here they are, all balanced out like this, so it doesn't tip over if it's windy. And not gonna give it water until Friday, so today's Monday. Same with these guys, because I just repotted them. This is still doing well. You can see the new growth starting to come up. Same with these. So I know you're curious of whether this is successful or not. So I'm actually gonna just take one out of the three. If I gently tug on them, they still come out. slightly. So since I already pulled this one, I'll check on this one. So let's move the rocks away. I'll pull it out and look at that. That is exactly the result that we want. Radial roots coming from the bottom. You can see it has calloused and there are roots now forming. Now, I know I shouldn't have taken this out this early. That's completely fine. I will just replant it. So before I give you an update on everything, I'll be telling you what not to do to your desert rose seedlings, and I'll be showing you what happens if you actually do it. And I've been growing them for the last growing season and I haven't really updated you on them, but we had some losses. If we come over here, those two are gone. They've rotted at the bottom. I kept them dry all winter in the greenhouse, and when I watered them in spring, because they were looking very, very slim, the bottom rotted and it's gone. So I lost those two, same with that one, and that one got a bit of Caudex burning. I think that's what happened when it was too hot in direct sun and the Caudex just shrunk a bit. A little hole at the front. So don't put your desert rose seedlings in full sun in the first season just yet. And by first season, I mean the first season after they've germinated. However, the ones we had Caudex training on are doing really well. Some of the tips died back in the winter because this year we've had quite low temperatures at night, even around as low as 1 degree Celsius, so they didn't really like that. One of the smaller ones died. I was really sad to see, but this one's alright. This is why I had a lot of seedlings, and you can see after the first 2 growing seasons, you're not gonna have a lot left if you don't treat them properly. My Nova Tanzanias are doing well, even though this one looks a bit damaged. It's still growing. This one's always had a rough start in life. This one hasn't started growing yet, but it's still healthy. The Caudex is not soft, so that is still healthy. But we'll show you the ones that are the healthiest. This one obviously has already started growing new leaves. The other one I showed you, the Caudex, I'll show you what the training did to some of them. So I'm gonna just quickly repot this one to show you the Caudex training. So I'm just gonna squeeze this, take it out of the pot. We can remove the rock, or we can leave it there if you want. Let's show you that. Let that rock fall off. The bottom's good. Look at the radial roots we got from this. I could probably trim this again. I probably should trim this again, just a bit here, and have something flat to splay it out on. So I've got some scissors that I just cleaned, and we're gonna prune some of the roots. You see these strong roots, we're gonna prune back. We don't want too much of that. If it prunes, if I can cut it off, there we go. We want some more division. So we're setting it up for success. Just give a general trim. That. So that looks good. You don't want to go crazy with this. You want to get a good radial root system. I have a bunya seed here that I don't know I'm gonna need. Should probably use this side, and it's slightly more flat. So I'm gonna just try. Hopefully, if I can do this properly. You can find anything flat, but just so the roots can wrap around, so you get a good shape on the roots like that. And that is going to be this season of growth, how it's going to be growing. And we're just going to slowly flatten that root base out a bit at a time. So we're going to just plant this probably a bit deeper. That. Add some more soil onto it so we can put it in. If anything I don't like, I can always fix it up next time I repot it. So let's do that now. We'll give it a bit of top dressing of pumice. Now I'm not too worried about the bunya seed decaying because I'm not going to water it that much. I don't think it'll be moist enough to decay. But I do suggest using something inorganic like a rock. So this is one of it done. I'll do the rest later. I don't have time today. So I'll do the rest later and I'll show you the results. So here are the other two Adeniums that we're going to show you the results of the root pruning. Let's take this out. I better take both of them out somewhere where I won't get the place messy, so I'll do that. So if you're wondering why there's three, the small one, since I was repotting these, I'll just repot this anyways. This one has been root pruned, you can see still got the taproot, so I'm just gonna plant this one as it is. I'm not really too concerned about it. So I'm gonna start cutting. So we'll start with the one with leaves. This is a very strong root here. I think I'll cut that off because that's gonna start swelling up and becoming more of an issue. Same with this root over here. There's one underneath that's crossing, so I'm just gonna take stuff like that out. I got this small root. There's not really much on this side, so I hope I can encourage some more growth this side. Just trim a bit of the tips off, not too much. So again, the only thing flat I could really find was a bunya seed pod. I think I want to weaken this side a bit more because the other side isn't that strong. This would cut. Don't know why it's not cutting properly. Let's get rid of some of this. Don't know why this doesn't cut as well as before, but it's okay. So that's a good root system we have. We'll place it on something. It doesn't have to be a bunya cone or bunya seed. Just anything that's flat where the roots won't just grow straight down is good. I recommend something that's not organic so it doesn't decompose. Whereas this could potentially decompose after a while. See if I can find a better place to put it. Put it right here. Like that. I just want a flat radial root base. This one is not too bad. I do have one thick root here. I have a root crossing over. Or crossing to the inside. See if I can move that out. I probably could. Yeah, I probably could move that out a bit. This one's also crossing, but again, I can just move it out like that. So that's not too big of a deal. Might just give everything a general trim. A bit higher than that, but like that. Hopefully I can correct some of these roots. It's okay. If it twists a bit, we'll have to deal with it later. I don't think I can untwist it. Put the soil around. I'm gonna top dress all of these, and we're gonna come back. So here are all the surviving Adeniums. We're not gonna repot the Nova Tanzania this year. We should let them grow. They're still a bit small, but these are doing really well. I think we have a lot of potential. Look at the other one that we repotted. The shoots are starting to come out now, so I think when the leaves come out on all of these, I'll give you a final update before I end the video. So here's a final update of the Adeniums. You can see it's still plump. This one did shrivel up a bit when I pruned the roots because it already had its leaves, so it was transpiring pretty quickly. But they will plump up after a while if you give it proper care, and I just give it normal care as if it wasn't root pruned. And that's fine. That's how I do the Caudex training. I'm just gonna do this slowly every year. Let these develop slowly, but they look really healthy. Look at that one. Look how many leaves are on that one. The other two that we grew, they're over here. They're still quite small, but I think it will get better. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I know a lot of you guys asked for an update. So here is the update of the seedlings, and well, the remaining seedlings, I should say. But thanks for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will link that video on how to grow Adeniums from seeds in the description below, so you would know where to go if you want to see how to grow them from seed. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.